Hey, this is Aaron. Today I have a fun question from Jeff. Jeff wants to know, why do Buick vehicles have the three fake exhaust ports on either side of the front quarter? So the front fenders is what he means. The the three exhaust ports have an interesting story, and there's a lot of like kind of stories and mythology around them. Um, Originally, they were put there to mimic the exhaust ports from World War II aircraft when an engineer added them to his car just to kind of make it look cool. He added lighting that actually mimicked cylinder firing. So it was kind of neat. It's a cool idea. When the design team and the boss at Buick saw it, they thought it was really cool, so they decided, hey, we should just incorporate this. But they nixed the lighting because that cost too much, and they just put the ports on. At first, they were actually functional airflow ports for cooling from the engine compartment. Uh, then they threw some marketing and other stuff on it to extol how it was more efficient that way and more powerful and whatever. But really, they were just open air, allowing air to come out of the engine compartment. It didn't really add any of those things, but it was. They were using the logic that the quasi logic that pulling hot air out of the engine improves efficiency and allows longer performance. Now that's true if you have a setup where that's specifically happening, like the air is being forced out, but these ports were not forcing anything. They were just kind of there. It's just holes in the wall, basically. And add to that, in everyday driving, which is what most people do with these cars, they don't actually do anything. Which is why now they're not real holes in the wall. They're just put there for decoration. So over time, the ports, as I said, they became decor on the car, and but they became part of the Buick brand. Like they became, when you saw them on a car, you just immediately assumed that's a Buick, and because of that, they just sort of became a hallmark, and they stayed. So they're still here today. Uh, there are a lot of stories about how these happened. Different and a lot of stories, especially about how different things happen with different manufacturers. So the up and atom rear end on a Camaro, the cooling vents on the front of a Mustang, the kidney grill on a BMW, the Citroen hood creases, all those things are things that were originally put there for some reason, often functional or design oriented, and then they just sort of stayed because they became part of that particular brand, whether it was the brand of the car or the brand of the manufacturer. So there you go. Hopefully this answered your question, Jeff. If you have a question, you can hit us up. Find Kristen or I on social media. Make sure to DM or tag us if you do. You can find us on Drive Mode Show in all over the place, social media. Again, try to tag us if you can, and or you can just hit us in the comments down below. Happy to try to answer your question. All right, this has been Aaron. Talk to you again soon.